Hi, my name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to the channels. This is another writing by Jason Gray, The Blood of the Forgotten Gods, Part 1. This is RH negative quantum entanglement and the return of the forbidden lineage. Blood is not merely a biological fluid. It is a carrier of encoded intelligence. I'm reading this for the first time for myself as well, so please bear with me. I'm nudged to share this specifically in light of the other information that I shared from B of Quantum Tumblr on X. So I'm going to begin again. Blood is not merely a biological fluid. It is a carrier of encoded intelligence, an electromagnetic conduit between dimensions, a crystalline structure holding the forgotten frequencies of the cosmos. Beneath the veil of history, hidden in the genetic substratum of humanity, exists a deviation, a quantum anomaly that has eluded evolutionary explanation. RH negative blood. It is not of this world. Now, I've heard this part before. It is a fragment of something older, something that predates the terrestrial human experience. It is a remnant of a civilization that did not merely evolve, but was designed, a vestige of a lost order whose existence was erased from the collective memory of the species. To understand RH negative blood, one must abandon the conventional genetics and step into the realms of quantum mechanics, multidimensional physics, and non-human intelligence. The physical world is not a closed system. It is a simulation of vibratory states, a layered construct in which multiple timelines and intelligences intersect. That makes a lot of sense to me. The question is not why RH negative blood exists. The question is who introduced it? What was their purpose? Quantum distortion and the anomaly of RH negative blood. In the observable universe, all matter is composed of energetic frequencies vibrating at specific rates. Human DNA is no exception. It operates as a bioelectrical transmitter, constantly exchanging information with the surrounding quantum field. The presence of RH negative blood represents an energetic divergence, a disruption in the human genetic field, an insertion of a frequency that does not conform to the Earth's dominant bioelectric template. Unlike RH positive individuals whose genetic structure aligns with the mammalian progression of terrestrial evolution, RH negative individuals carry a waveform signature that suggests an external origin. This is not theoretical, it is measurable. RH negative blood carries a higher negative ionic charge, making it more conductive to electromagnetic fields. It is resistant to certain bacterial and viral infections, as if it operates on a slightly different biochemical wavelength. It cannot be cloned. Artificial attempts to replicate RH negative blood have consistently failed. suggesting it exists outside the conventional genetic laws of replication. This blood is not a product of random mutation. It is an intentional variation, a signal, an imprint of something not fully human. The sacred divergence, O negative and B negative, the twin frequencies of disruption. Among the Rh negative spectrum, two specific blood types stand apart. O negative, the universal donor, the divine catalyst, the frequency of the original code. B negative, the blood of the wanderers, the quantum rebels, the gatekeepers of lost knowledge. Each carries a different function, a different harmonic signature within the field of consciousness. O negative, the blood of the source code. O negative blood is the purest biological carrier of an unmodified genetic structure. It lacks the A and B antigens, making it the universal donor, able to integrate into any other blood type. Yet, paradoxically, it can only receive from its own kind, as if its frequency rejects external modifications. This is not accidental. O negative individuals act as biological transceivers, naturally attuned to information fields beyond the material realm. They experience intense electromagnetic sensitivity, often disrupting electronics, influencing frequency-based systems, and perceiving information before it enters the collective consciousness. Their blood carries a different dialectic property, suggesting it interacts with bioelectric fields in ways yet to be understood by mainstream science. They are the pure signal, the forgotten architects of an ancient transmission, beings designed to stabilize and recalibrate consciousness grids that have been corrupted over time. B negative, the blood of the wanderers, the gatekeepers of forbidden knowledge. While O negative represents the pure harmonic of the original genetic stream, B negative is something else entirely. It is the rogue symbol, the divergence, the bloodline of those who were never meant to conform to the Earth's programmed reality structure. B negative is the rarest of the Rh negative types, found in only 1.5% of the global population. It is the outlier, the carrier of fragmented but powerful non-human memory. B negative individuals are wanderers, restless, detached from human conditioning, constantly questioning reality itself. They exhibit anomalous cognitive abilities, including hyperintuition, remote perception, and an ability to, quote, see through the programmed constructs of society. They are naturally resistant to lower frequency influences, making them less susceptible to psychological and energetic manipulation. In many esoteric traditions, B negative blood is associated with the Hermetic adepts, the hidden scholars, the architects of arcane knowledge who have always existed outside the control systems of history. Where O negative anchors the source frequency, B negative disrupts and rewrites the false paradigm. The war on Rh negative bloodlines, suppression, dilution, and genetic erasure. Human history is not what it appears to be. It has been altered, rewritten, inverted. And we all kind of know that. I mean, those of us who have been awake for any period of time, in my view, have that feeling, if nothing else. Exactly what is the truth, because there's a lot of different stories out there, and a lot of well, there's just like anything else, there's a lot of stories, not sure what's what, but true enough, for me anyway, and your individual mileage absolutely will vary. Nothing is what it seems. Those who control the narrative control perception itself, and those who control perception control reality. The suppression of Rh negative blood is not accidental. From the interbreeding of royal bloodlines to the forced integration of Rh negative carriers into controlled genetic pools, there has been a deliberate effort to dilute, suppress, and erase the Rh negative frequency from the earthly plane. Why? Because Rh negative individuals are harder to control. Their bioelectrical resistance makes them naturally immune to certain frequency-based control systems. And that statement about frequency-based control systems, when I think of how I notice just all sorts of people who seem to be easily manipulated in ways that are so, I don't know, I can see how they're being manipulated, but it seems like they can't. This makes sense to me. The frequency-based control systems, because I've wondered, how in the hell else is this working? How is it that they can't see? Their cognitive divergence prevents them from being fully assimilated into hive mind consciousness. And boy, can't we see hive mind consciousness. Their genetic imprint holds memories that were meant to be erased from the collective awareness. This is why many Rh negative individuals feel a profound sense of isolation, of being, quote, different from those around them. They are operating on a different harmonic wavelength, connected to a different memory stream, one that does not align with the current paradigm of human limitation. The quantum shift, the return of the forgotten bloodlines. The reactivation of Rh negative consciousness is not an accident. It is a response to a frequency shift in the planetary consciousness grid. Those with O negative blood are beginning to awaken to their role as frequency anchors, stabilizing the distortion of the human bioelectric field. Those with B negative blood are disrupting programmed reality streams, tearing down false narratives, and exposing the hidden architectures of control. The controllers of this world fear the return of the Rh negative awareness because it represents a breach in the artificial construct that has enslaved humanity for thousands of years. The activation process unlocking the blood codes. For those with Rh negative blood, the path forward is one of remembrance and activation. Embrace the anomaly. Your blood is not a defect. It is a key to a greater design. Reclaim your frequency. Disconnect from artificial programming and align with the original harmonic resonance of your lineage. Restore the forgotten knowledge you are a part of and an ancient intelligence stream. No, restore the forgotten knowledge. You are part of an ancient intelligence stream, a memory field that has been waiting to be reactivated. You were not meant to fit into this world. You were meant to change it. The awakening of the Rh negative bloodlines is not the emergence of something new. It is the return of something ancient. As false structures collapse, the true frequency of reality will reveal itself once more. Wow. Well, I've heard all manner of things about Rh negative blood, and to the point where I in conversations in the past, I've heard of folks not sharing the fact that they were Rh negative for fear of discrimination from others, as particularly light workers, because it has been held as extraterrestrial, or I even heard dark in nature. And I now, in light of this information, wonder if that wasn't, again, done on purpose, right? Misinformation, having those who might, because, the idea of getting out ahead of a narrative, having awoken to the corruption on the planet first and being involved in truther communities, right? I could clearly see where, in order to try to control the narrative, things that would come out have been like they would jump out ahead of it, right? The controllers, whatever, and try to steer the information in such a way, right? Wow. Well, there is a part 2 and a part 3 to this, and I will be putting these all together. I will be putting them out all at once. So if you have any comments about this, or you want to have a conversation to discuss it even further, consciousconversationscentral@gmail.com. Or, of course, as always, I would love to hear your comments. And no matter where you see this, I would love it if you would like to subscribe. Please do so. The channels are not at this time monetized. Mine, Sassy Seer Sheila, never will be. But the other one is a collaborative channel, so I'm not quite sure what will happen with that. But at any rate, until we meet again, be well, my friends.